check in?
Yeah, I'll go first. Thank you, Charlie. I'm checking in with Joy. I've had a nice day at work. I'm in a side room. Things are going cool. Good to be here. Good to see everyone. And I'm just trying to work out this system on my phone and get used to it. Yeah.
Who do you want to pick, Cole?
Just go.
Who tagging?
Kenny.
What? You
Kenny.
pick me?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I know that was going to happen. Yeah, I'm good. I'm hungry as well. I've been rushing, but I've been at an appointment in Grangetown this morning. And I was supposed to be going to another meeting this afternoon, but it's been cancelled. So I seen something on the WhatsApp group, so I says I'll rush him and try and get onto this training. But I'm also starving, and also I hope we're going to have a long break. So I can get some food. But I'm all right. I'm in a good place. Thanks.
You going to tag Kenny?
I'm going to tag who else is on there? Wait, have a look to see who's on. Harvey. Go on, Harvey, son.
Yeah, half checking in. It's good to see all of you again. A bit rushed off my feet today. All of the majority of our staff are women, and they're at the recovery event in Middlesbrough. So it's only been me and another person in today. So it's been a really, really busy day. But it's been good to do something, and I feel like today's been fulfilling and meaningful. And I'm glad to be working from home to do this. So yeah, let's do it. And I pick Tony and Ella to check in.
Cheers. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good today. I've had a good morning. Everything seems to be going okay. Boss hasn't been too hard on me today, so yeah, that's good. That's it, yeah.
Hey. Yeah, I'm feeling okay. Feel a bit kind of discombobulated today, actually. It's been one of those days where I haven't really woken up yet. Apart from that, all good. Thank you. Oh, who should we choose?
Colin.
There's two Collins.
Oh, is he? Well, that's confused.
But Colin just went, so other Colin.
Green Colin.
Let's see everyone again. I'm checking in with positivity. Yeah, I've had not a bad day up to now, just doing my ambassador role, just waiting for shifts to come along for the rehab. But I've got an interview this Tuesday. So
Go on, Paul.
I can't wait. Exciting times. That's me. Thank you. I don't know who's been and who hasn't been. I'll choose Tom if you haven't been.
Yeah, I haven't been yet. Hi, I'm Tom. I've had a really good week so far. I've been absolutely rushed off my feet this morning, running around left, right, and centre. But I'm quite grateful that I've got to come home to work from home this afternoon and do this. So yeah, I'm gonna pick who's not been Ali M.
I'm checking and feeling quite disconnected, actually. I've just had an hour's online database training where I was just shown how to use a database for an hour, and it's not the most engaging thing in the world. So I just felt a bit disconnected and a bit sleepy, but I'm glad to be here. And I'm looking forward to going on a retreat tomorrow. So that'll be good. So yeah, it's good to be here. And I will pass it to Clarissa.
Hi, I'm Clarissa, and I am, do you know what? My staff have been a right pain in the bum today. So they've, not really, I'm only joking. No, I'm good. I'm glad to be on here. I've had a few weeks not, so it's good to be back. So hello, and see so many more people. So hello. Oh, I meant to pick someone, didn't I? David Collins.
Yeah, I'm David. I'm checking in with a lot of joy. It's really nice to see everyone here. What I'm going to ask you to do, if you can do it, and don't worry if you can't, but if you could just rename yourself, and what I want you to do is have it as your name, your role, and then the organization you're in. So, for example, I've put David Collins. I'm a facilitator and I work for UACT. Yeah. Charlie, he'll be the CEO of We Do Recover. So if you're able to do that, and while you're doing that, I just want to put some context around what we're doing here. So this is for 10 weeks follow-up for people that have done the 3-day intensive training. And the purpose of this is so you can practice implementing what you learned over the 3 days within your roles within the organization you're at. So everyone here works for a LERO, a lived experience recovery organization, and that can have challenges. Yep. So this is a space to kind of learn and practice how coaching is a skill set.
I'll put it on for now. 'Cause it's working.
Sorry, what's that, Colin? We missed that. That sounded very personal.
Sorry, David, I'm just in the background. If you can turn that volume off, trying to get it on a laptop, which is a lot more stable Wi-Fi, and then I'll jump back in that link. Is that all right?
Yeah. That's absolutely fine. It's fine. Yeah, I just didn't want you to talk about your erectile
Thank you.
dysfunction and everyone would hear about it.
No, and that's what. Well, I was just about to go into that with Martin there. You said you'd keep that private, David.
Oh shit! Yeah. All right. So let's contract as well around that. Yep. So this is a training. Yep. It's learning a skill set. It's not group therapy. However, we might find this therapeutic. Okay. So that's another thing. So yeah, and then Charlie's co-facilitating with me. Charlie's also learning how to facilitate and hold the container and is really supporting the Recovery Connections crew in Middlesbrough. So why don't we just do an icebreaker and go a little bit deeper where you introduce yourself as your name and the role within your organization. And let's start with Ella, if you're all right with that, Ella.
So what do I do? What do I do? I don't really know. I kind of, for Raw, I'm an events coordinator, and
Okay, so what is Raw?
So Raw is reach out and recover.
Okay, that's a good start. Knowing your organization, what it's called, could be helpful.
And we are lived experience volunteers. I think we've got like 2 paid people, but the rest are volunteers. And we kind of help people in Kent. So we're in Kent, East Kent. And West Kent, actually. Yeah. And we help kind of, we're creating a community at the moment. We're quite a small organisation. We've just started. It's been going for about a year. Yeah, about a year. And we work with people, agencies around kind of the area. And we do like drop-in centres for like cafes, things, drop-in centres for people to come and talk about recovery and stuff. We play football. Me and Tony do football, which is quite fun. So we do that on a Friday night for people that are affected by addiction or people that are in recovery. And I recently did a wellness event, which was a spoken word event where we had some people come in and do like poetry workshops. And we had a sound bath and meditation with Clarissa. And really cool stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to get all the cool stuff done, get all the fun stuff, get people involved. So yeah, it's basically what I do for Raw.
Wow. Okay, that was very comprehensive.
Thank you.
Tony, it doesn't need to be so comprehensive, but go for it.
So I'm Tony. I am the lead peer mentor lead for Raw. My role is to work with the volunteers and sort of take them to the next level. So get them to think about the future, try and get them just to get them to move forward within their own roles. To sort of encourage, get people involved in stuff, get them to look at maybe get some more qualifications. Yeah, I like to think of it as the fun stuff too, but I'm yeah, taking people to the next level. Is that enough? Do you want more?
Fantastic. All right, and let's go to Clarissa now, who's also part of Raw.
Yeah, I'm Clarissa. I'm Raw, and I'm a volunteer.
Right, so that became even more concise. Okay, so maybe Clarissa, maybe you want to expand a little bit.
Okay, I can. I thought we were just keeping it short. No, I volunteer for Raw. I'm hoping to move forward with this training and help support after Christmas a recovery coaching drop-in centre sort of thing. I can't remember what I called it, but Charlie knows what I called it.
Okay,
But yeah.
great. All right, and let's go to Kenny now. So Kenny's got pre-rehab and discharge recovery connection. So let's hear from you, Kenny.
So I've not been long in this role, Davey. So I'm like working between. So you have like recovery, the community coaches, the stay groups in the community, and you have your rehab coaches, which coaching in the rehab. So I'm kind of like working between picking the clients up to get them into the rehab from community to the rehab, working alongside them, then getting loads of meetings with them, motivation, funding, securing them a place in a detox somewhere and getting them out of detox and getting them into our rehab. Then when they completed stage 1 and 2, I'll be looking at aftercare stuff. So when they come out from there, supporting them into the aftercare, because a lot of service users go through rehab, then they come out of rehab and they like as if they've been dropped out of the sky into a different planet. They've got nothing. They don't know what to do. So my experience of doing it myself and coming out and then having nothing to do, and so it's just trying to do stuff like that. So but we've got a great wee team. We've got volunteers, volunteer stuff, ambassador stuff. I'll be linking them in with stuff like that.
So for someone who doesn't know what's going on, you sound like you do know quite a lot of what's going on.
Yeah, okay. It was a good job. It was a good job description.
Okay, great. And where are you? Are you Middlesbrough?
I'm all over, mate. Honestly, I've been in Grange. I've been in Middlesbrough, Redcar. I've Redcar.
Okay,
the new rehab's going to be in Redcar, Broughton. So I'm going to be between Broughton, Redcar, Middlesbrough.
So you serve an area?
Yeah, I'll be serving the Tees, South Tees area.
Okay, great. Okay, so that's important as well. So as opposed to being in a building and doing your role from a building, there's an area role. So Ella spoke about, what's it, East and West Kent? Did you say, Ella? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So let's go to Ali.
So I'm the new rehab coach at Recovery Connections Engaged, and I work out of an office.
Right.
There's no room in the office, but I work out of any room they'll let me in. And there's a day hub here where there's currently 4 residents, and they come in at 9:30 and do it till 3:30. I kind of work 9 till 4:30, and I basically do what this is training me to do, which is coach. I don't yet have my own people. I'm doing a lot of prehab stuff at the moment, a bit like what you do, Kenny. I'm learning, bringing people in prehab wise, getting to know them a bit, and then hopefully when they come to the rehab, I will hopefully be able to coach a couple of them, which would be great. So I'm really I've not done this role before. I'm 3 weeks in, so I'm really putting everything that I've learned in these sessions and in the workbooks and stuff and in my life into practice. I'm absolutely loving it.
Great. Okay, let's go to Tom. Thanks, Ellie.
Okay, so I'm Tom. I'm a community coach from Stockton, so I do a lot of group facilitation, and I get to liaise with like external sources from like recovery communities. So like a lot of other places around in and around Stockton that help people with the recovery, and then a bit like a few of you, I'm quite new to the role, so I haven't got my caseload or anything yet. So this is like quite a good time to do this training to help get me to that point eventually. So yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Tom. Let's go to Colin.
Which one?
Hello, guys. David, can you hear me?
Oh shit, yes, that Colin. Red Colin. I meant green Colin, but it's fine. We'll go to red Colin.
Are you sure?
Go.
Yeah. My name's Colin. I'm a recovery coach for the time being in Middlesbrough. We're gonna be going to our new site in Broughton. So we kind of coach. I'll be coaching people in the primary stage in the first 12 weeks from when they come in, say, reducing off alcohol or coming down off methadone scripts or maybe newly clean or sober. So in the first 12 weeks of trying to get some structure, trying to get some 12-step meetings, meetings on a night, one-to-ones, coaching, working on things, containers, all that kind of stuff. And it's something I'm really passionate about. It's been really important in me because I come from that was my entry into recovery myself in a treatment centre with support that kind of led to other things that's led me somehow to this, and I really love what I do. Is it at times really difficult and challenging, but there's the progress that I get in between, and there's moments I have with residents, and I go, and I had one today where I was nearly in tears myself, and there was this like empathy in a container and this accountability, and it was like after 3 days of things being really tough, it was this is why you do what you do, Cole. This is why, you know. So it's been really challenging the last couple of days, but we've kind of got some form of like I can't really, but it just feels a lot better. We kind of feel like we're getting progress, and like we've turned over a new leaf. Everybody in general, us as a team, as coaches, and the guys here in residence, and the transition that we're in. Yeah, really, really powerful. Yeah.
Thanks, Colin. Let's hear from other Colin.
I am Colin. I'm relief staff / ambassador for Middlesbrough. I relief staff in the rehab in Middlesbrough, which just really entails looking after the guys in the rehab and just make sure everything's all right within the rehab. Ambassador, I do various different duties, from being in reception in the community building, helping out with ambassadors once every week. I've took help facilitate various groups in the past. Cooking on the Budget, men's group, SMART, which I'm working towards my SMART facilitators as well. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So, thank you.
Thanks, Colin. Harvey.
Yes, my name's Harvey. I'm the young person's recovery worker for Recovery Connections. In my role, I work specifically with people who are under 25. It's a new role. It's good. It's challenging, but it's really fulfilling at the same time. So a lot of the things that I do is revolved around making it relatable to to people of a younger generation, and I suppose making recovery visible for younger people as well. Seems to be a big need for it at the moment, especially in the northeast. But I'm doing a lot of work at the moment with like colleges and universities and schools. I've got like referral schemes set up for if people get caught using drugs at school, like if they're smoking weed or something, then they can get referred into our service. And yeah, things are going well. It's a brand new role, and it is essentially a blank canvas. So I have an opportunity here to really make something of it, and it's I'm very grateful for it, to be honest.
Thanks, Harvey. And Charlie.
Yeah, I had a health and wellbeing group when that started about a year and a half ago, and then I started to learn about coaching through going to the 3-day intensive training in Hartlepool, and then that has led me to join these communities, hopefully starting my own recovery coaching business next year, which we'll call We Do Recover. So at the minute, I feel as if I'm just on this apprenticeship of learning about coaching and different paths to recovery. And I also run a YouTube channel as well that talks about stigma. So I'm wearing a couple of hats. So I'm in coaching and social media creator. Thanks, David.
Great. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so I've stuck some words in the chat, and the words go onboarding, continuum of care, environment and area that you work in, paid versus unpaid work, language and terminology, meaning and purpose, role definition, success of roles. Corporate space will talk about KPIs, key performance indicators. Fuck that shit. We want to call it keep people interested. Yep. And reducing stigma. Okay. All right. So just to bring it back to what we're trying to achieve here is how we can use coaching to assist you in your role and to bring systemic wellness to the organizations that you're working in, because working in a culture of addiction can be fucking hard. Yep. So we're individuals living in a culture of recovery, and we want to build organizations that can operate with a culture of resilience going into an environment that's a culture of adversity. Yeah. So we go from a kind of co-creative, collaborative conversations into crisis, chaos, and conflict. Does that make sense to everyone? Okay. So there was an introduction. Yep. There's a bit of an awareness of our individual roles and the organizations we're working with. Where should we take the container?
Could Diamond bring up what happened to me man yesterday and why I feel a little discombobulated? Yeah, Monday my week was going really, really good. It was a really nice quiet week. I had a couple of weeks of being really, really busy. And one of my sponsees, who I've been sponsoring for about a year and a half, um, contacted me like an urgent text and said, I need to speak to you. And I knew it was urgent. So I said to him, right, come to my house. And within 10 minutes, he was at my house, and I could tell there was something seriously, seriously wrong. And what had happened. I won't go into the details of it, but he found his partner was having an affair. He's been having an affair for 6 months. He stays I'm a couple of doors down, and now this whole thing is escalated with his his um his partner has moved this man in. So this sponsee, friend, and brother of mine in the fellowship is going through so much pain, and I could feel these pain, you know. And so inside me is like, right, what am I going to do here? And my head's saying, because I don't know if you all know, I live in a caravan, in a caravan park on the beach. It's literally on the beach. And it's really like a retreat. It's a safe haven. It's where I go and I heal. And my head started to say, don't invite him to the caravan. Don't invite him to the caravan. Don't invite him. And within like 10 minutes, I said, why don't you come to the caravan? And, you know, it's like, what? Because he was in so much pain. But because I had taught, because I was so conflicted inside. Am I supposed to offer this as a sponsor? Am I supposed to be doing this and all this? But I thought, you know, he's been in so much pain for like 6 months, the pain he's been in. But, you know, and I've walked through his pain, but he keeps touching the hot stove. He keeps touching it, he keeps touching it, he keeps man touching it until like what we on so until like Tuesday afternoon. The crisis team was involved. He's in crisis. He's just in conflict, chaos, and trauma, do you know? And I felt, I don't know man, if this is the right thing or the wrong thing, but I really had to put my AA hat and everything I had to the side, and I had to be a human being, man, first and foremost. My humanity was what, and I gave him a big hug, and I just said, why don't you come up to the fucking caravan and just spend some time there and heal, and just you come up, and he's like, yeah, that would be good. So he's on day two, even though like, he didn't pick up a drink. He's not had a drink in over 2 years. He's thinking he's been so erratic. And what's happened? So he's on my day two, and he's practically slept now for 2 days because he's been. I said to him, I was like, "You're probably going to crash, and you're probably going to sleep the next couple of days." And that's exactly what's happened, because he's now got the space. You know, he's on the beach. He's in a really safe environment. Um, he's had to cut off the people he's had to cut off the people he's had to cut off. He's had to block the people that he's had to block, just so that he can, for the first time in 6 months, have self-care that he's just not been allowed to do. So I've kind of gave up my little bit of tranquility. Well, I've not given up. I'm sharing my tranquility now. But I think what I wanted to bring to the container was my whole anxiety and my thing inside, like to help this chap as best as I could. And I had to just go, do you know what it is? This part just has to go, and I just need to help a human being. And that's what I did. And you know what? I am glad I've done it. I am so glad, because to see him just sleep and rest the last couple of days, in me has been so worth my while. To see this lad just rest his weary head, in me. I don't know how all yous feeling, man, about that, but I just wanted to bring that to. I wanted to bring that to the container, and I just wanted to get it off my chest. Thanks,
So,
guys.
Charlie,
Yeah,
are you open to being coached by the container?
yeah, I certainly am. I certainly am.
All right. So, it's 14:32. We'll give you 15 minutes. Yep. I'm going to switch off my video and hand over to the container. Go for it, guys.
Charlie, can I jump in?
Yeah, please.
Can I ask, were you worried about going into frapping? Were you worried about rescuing? Or was it something else?
I was worried about it all. I was worried about, I didn't know whether I was going to rescue. Yeah, first of all, I thought, I'm going to rescue this lad. The first thing I wanted to do was just go in and rescue, but then I pulled back. I could feel it. I went on the seesaw of a journey for about half hour before I offered this. and I went on this real, and I just thought, no. You know, all my kind of boundary side and my frapping side and my rescue side and all that was off first of all when coming out. And it's like, you cannot offer your place of healing and safety to someone else. But I do know this lad. I do know this man lad. I know him man really well. Um, I know he's not going to drink. I know he's not going to cause me any. And I just, that was it first of all. And then secondly, I just took my recovery hat off and I just went into like a human being mode. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but yeah, that's what I did. I went into rescue.
Charlie, I don't think, in my experience, I don't think there's any right or wrong thing in sponsorship and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I think you just go where you got and stuff like that sometimes. Is the lad remain sober?
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's about, isn't it? If he's remaining sober and he's in a safe place with yourself. I did get like I was like happening when I first started sponsoring people a good few years ago. Like, should I show them where I live and stuff like that? You know what I mean? What happens if they use? What happens if they coming back and break into my house? Do you know what I mean? Well, what happens if all those fears that have never even happened? Do you know what I mean? Well, I take my hat off to you and fair play to you for taking that lad up to your house, mate. He's remained sober, and that's the main thing.
Yeah. Can I jump in, Charlie? Yeah. It's a really complex one, isn't it? And like I've over the years, and I think some of these things kind of happen unexpected, and that this thing comes up, and you go, this might threaten my position a little bit. And now I've like learned that there's some things that we do and some things I've done over the years where I look back and go, I wouldn't do that now. But I think there's also a lot of growth and a lot of empathy and compassion and a lot of like stuff that you've done there for the right reasons that have really like held out the olive branch, if you like, this guy of you and Matt. I'm looking at you, and I have myself had people who've done that for me, which has been like really important. But yeah, it's a really complicated one that for now looks like it's kind of been of value to yourself and to this other guy. It's offered him like sanctuary and refuge and probably a shoulder to lean on. We just have to be careful that we're not instantly fixing, instantly rescuing, projecting your own stuff on them and like advising, which I think as well at times can be really difficult to not step on them stones when something comes up. So like, and like you said, you described it, if he comes in and I can instantly see that there's something really serious going on. So like the tension of all of that stuff. And then I think for me, I feel it puts pressure on me to go, like, because of how serious it is. But I think putting yourself out and come down to his level or trying to put yourself in his shoes of imagine how that must feel to find out that your wife, as far as what I did, because I come in and out of what you were saying, it's been cheating on him, do you know?
Thanks,
so, yeah.
Charlie, I was just wondering, you said you feel a bit combobulated, what was it? Combobulated or whatever.
Yeah, combobulated.
Yeah. What is that? What is that feeling like sitting with you now? What is the combobulation where is it coming from? What's going on?
A good question. The combobulation always comes from my stomach. The combobulation always comes from here. And I think the reason why I wanted to talk it out was because, I was like, You know, I think, as Ali said, you know, like, you know, I thought, am I trying to fix this lad? You know, am I trying to go in and fix him and rescue him and all of this stuff? And I really had to process this stuff. All my recovery learning and all this was all at the front and all of this stuff. Um, and then so, but for the last couple of days, my stomach has been in knots. You know, my stomach has been in knots because I don't feel as if I've had the chance to speak about it actually. I've not
Mm,
because
mm,
so my last night I came home from a meeting and I was speaking them to him, you know, because he's still very much in the thick of it and stuff. So I've not really had the chance to sound a suitman, if I'm honest with you. So that combobulation, you can is in my stomach. Um, and if I'm honest with you, it is nice. I feel this a release, this the as if I'm giving it to you. You can have it.
what is your intuition telling you? How do you feel after doing that for this other person?
Uh, my intuition is telling me I've done the right thing. My intuition is saying that my intuition, because I just wouldn't have offered this because this is my very special place. This is the place I go and heal and retreat. And I don't offer this to many, many people. Actually, this is the third alcoholic in the year and a half. So I don't offer this like you know, I've had many sponsors, and it takes me a lot to offer this because I know like I need to give some of my self away and some of my space to like another human being. And so I do feel as if I've made the right choice and the right decision and everything else. But you know, it's still very much second guessing myself because you know, like I don't have an organization or people around me that I can go, what do you make of
Mm,
this and da 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 da. So
mm,
sometimes like it's just like an on the spot decision that I made there. Without because I mean normally when I would phone my sponsor and all this stuff and that, but it just really, really happened. So yeah, do you know what? I know I've done the right thing. I know I have. Um, but then my
mm.
recovery head and my boundaries head
Yeah.
goes, yeah.
Boundaries, Charlie, I want to
So
ask you about boundaries. Sorry, can I just jump in? What are you about? Have you put boundaries in place, or do you now wish that you had, or how do you feel 2 days later?
Um, if I'm honest with you, Ali, I've no really time to process it. I've not really had time to process it at all. I do trust them. I've known him from a couple of years. He came in the fellowship on 4 weeks before me. Um, so I've not really had a chance to put any sort of boundaries in place as such. Um, so I'm just hoping and praying he knows the boundaries. Yeah.
You see, your sponsor that you have.
Yeah, I spoke to a sponsor afterwards.
How long have you been with your sponsor for? Don't mind me asking.
About a year.
About a
with
year.
a sponsor.
And what do you find attractive about his recovery or their recovery?
What I find attractive at my sponsor is his knowledge for the big book
Mm,
and his recovery program that he teaches. So
mm,
he brings a program of recovery, of being recovered. And that's why I say that I'm a recovered alcoholic because you know his program teaches me freedom, even though I'll always need to do the stuff I'm doing. But he teaches me a program of freedom and
yeah.
having.
I suppose like a part of the 12 steps is a lot of selflessness. Like we keep what we have by giving it away so freely. And if you was in the position that your sponsor is in, would your sponsor do the same thing for you?
I'm unsure. I mean, I would hope so.
Mm,
But I mean, what I do know, having that question is the amount of help that I've received in my lifetime to get me to the point where I'm sitting in this chair
mm,
has been absolutely. I'm always reminded of the help that I've had. I've had so much help and guidance from people
mm,
who I'm even in recovery, just normal people help me with rooms or floors even, or sleeping one night in a bedroom, or give me a wee drop of money to get by or whatever. I've had a tremendous amount of help, and I suppose, Harvey, I feel privileged that I can help another human being, because I do feel as if I'm in a privileged situation. I've got a house and I've got this lovely static caravan and the beach. So I do feel very privileged. So in me, I always think the help that I've had, and I've had tremendous, as we all have, this tremendous amount of help.
Mm.
Thanks, Harvey.
So you've had a lot of help, and now you're in a position to do the same thing for others now.
Yeah. Yeah, Harvey, that's right. Thanks, mate.
Charlie, I mean, you just said about you've got your boundaries, and obviously everything's sort of gone to plan so far. Like he's come to yours, he's got his head down. Everything seems to be going well, but I mean, what happens if it doesn't? What have you got in place for if he does start to drink, or he manages to get hold of a drink, if things do start to go west? Have you planned for this?
Yeah, and that's a really good question, Tony. I haven't set that much plans in motion, probably because the trust I've got in this lad, but he is in a real predicament place. But what I am really good at is I am like, so I will give him this trust, and then if he does break this trust, what I'm really good at then is going to my next level, and I'll go, right, this isn't working. It's like I bring in the big jock guy, do you know, man, right, that's no works here. I trust you to this level. We've had the conversations about reaction and choices and all this stuff. So I think that meant I've had a good conversation with him about no reacting and the choices that he's got and all this stuff. He's here to heal. So I've had that meant. So I think if he was to like start take the piss, or if he was to start drink, then he would have to leave immediately. That wouldn't be an option where I give him a second and third chances. Tony, I would bring out the stronger Charlie. It's a Charlie I don't like to bring out. It takes a lot to bring that man Charlie out, as we've all got that person inside us. But I can bring him out and be quite forthright, because the place that I put him in is really spiritual in me. It's like it's my really spiritual home, and I wouldn't like anybody to take a lend of that. And I suppose, Tony, that's one of my apprehensive things, man, as well, because we are human beings. He may pick up a drink. I don't know. That is my spiritual home, the place that I heal. So, I have that apprehension, man, as well, that, it could go west and I may have to do this. And that would then to put me into a place I don't want to go. So, thanks, Tony. That's a very good question, brother.
Thank you, everyone. Tony, did you want to just follow up with something?
No, that was it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just need to bring Daisy in. We just need to check in Daisy.
Good catch, Charlie. Good catch. Okay, Daisy, welcome. Would you like to check in, love?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Really busy at the moment. So sorry I was late and missed the start of that, but I'm glad to be here. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Wonderful. Great that you're here. All right. So just to catch up, Daisy, we've all kind of checked in with our roles and the organization we worked with. And then we created a container. We went a little bit deeper around the success of each role. So we created the environment, and then we asked the question, okay, so what's today's agenda? And then Charlie brought I'm going to say a case study to the container, a challenge, yep. And then we handed over to the container to Coach Charlie. Okay. So what did we learn about coaching? Charlie, so is it okay if we unpack this a bit? Yep. So what did we learn about coaching? I heard some very good open questions, particularly from you, Clarissa. They were kind of very open-ended questions. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here comes Collins back. Yeah. So what did we learn about coaching? All right. What didn't we learn?
I think I've learned that it is about picking like Charlie's situation to find out exactly what was going on for him and what was going on at this present moment in his mind and where the conflict was coming from. So rather than relate.
Okay, so it's about supporting Charlie in his role and the complexities of like, fuck, am I a sponsor?
Yeah,
Am I a
yeah,
coach? And fuck, and now I'm a human being, and to try and give him the
yeah.
space to get some clarity, as opposed to saying, what the fucking hell are you doing letting people into your house? That's your sacred space. Are you stupid?
Or yeah, yeah, absolutely. But when Charlie was speaking, straight away, I went to actually, I'm going through something very similar myself. And
Right.
I could have gone bosh with my story, and that would have took away from what Charlie was trying to do. And I think
Fantastic. So you held your story.
yeah,
Okay. So while we're there, quickly, Clarissa, what did you learn about your situation from listening to Charlie's situation?
um, if I'm perfectly honest, I've learned quite a lot myself over the past couple of weeks. So I was able to tap into so rather than share what had happened for me with Charlie, I was able to tap into where I found the tools to work with that. But not tell him what to do, try and pull it out of him.
Yeah.
So he
Okay.
made his own, and he found his own. Oh yeah, it feels good to have done that for that person, rather than thinking, oh my God, I'm not doing this fellowship stuff all wrong because it was about what it was going on for him. You know what I mean, don't you, David?
I know exactly what you mean. Exactly what you mean. Okay. Anyone else want to come in? Harvey.
I thought it was really nice that like you see when like Colin and Clarissa and Tony was when they was listening to Charlie, the follow-up questions, they allowed him to come to the conclusion himself about things, and I wouldn't say they actually, yeah, I would say that they influenced his decision rather than like telling him what to do. Like no one got on and was like, right, Charlie, you need to do this and you need to do that and you've done that wrong and this, that, and the other. Like rather than criticizing and instructing, everyone they built the path for him to walk on and come to the conclusion himself, which was quite a beautiful thing to see.
And how is that different from other organizations?
When you say organized, do you mean like other Leros?
No, I'm just saying like in the clinical environment or it's certainly in other professions, other organizations can be very prescriptive. Oh, well, our policy states that you can't have someone come over to your house. We're going to have to do a risk assessment here. Health and safety need to be called here. Da, 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 da. So that was very different.
Yeah, I suppose being in recovery, and working with a lot of people who are also in recovery, the number one defect of character that I see in myself and others is defiance. If you tell someone to do something, they're gonna do the fucking opposite. So one really good thing is to allow people to come to the conclusions themselves. Because if you start reading from a textbook and you start ticking boxes, people ain't gonna listen.
All right, and I just want to bring the other side to it. Yeah, is a lot of organizations that are established have those kind of policies, procedures, and processes in place to protect the organization and the staff members. Now, Charlie's a founder of a new organization, and he's kind of going out there to work all this stuff out. Yeah, and Charlie, if I may talk about our conversation earlier. Yep. So
Yes,
me and
sure.
Charlie spoke about this earlier, and then I spoke about what I was like in very early recovery and the sort of things that I did, which were very similar to Charlie's situation. Yep. Which is a kind of mixture of kind of 12-step work, wanting to rescue people, my own kind of low self-esteem tied into all sorts of things, it's and I guess what I was doing by sharing my story was to try and normalize the behavior and not kind of shame and stigmatize Charlie about wanting to be a good human being. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit like when people say, oh, you mustn't give the homeless food. You're just encouraging them to be homeless. They're like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just being hooked there. Sorry. I just wound myself up. Okay. Kenny, have you got anything you'd like to add?
Did you say Kenny there, David?
Yeah, have you got anything you'd like to add?
No, I think it's like.
Can I jump in quickly, David?
Who's that?
Cole.
Oh, all right. Jump in, Cole, and then we'll go back to Kenny. Okay, go, Cole.
Yeah. I don't know whether you can still hear me. I've lost the visual side of it, but I just wanted to kind of say and like think on the fact of like under the circumstances with the situation and how language and I think in his own right he acted on basically offering like how can I help you, and then the also kind of risk assessment of this is my really safe place. I don't really offer this too much, but it's people have done the same for me. I think he kind of as well weighed the pros and cons up under the circumstances, and I think he'd come to the conclusion after that it felt like the right thing to do, although it was risky as well.
Okay. So that's a great observation, Colin. So instead, because something else that can happen is organizations can be quite abusive, and they can kind of say, well, you should go and house this person and put them up, and then it gets completely it really violates the other person. Did I just make sense there? Yeah. So Charlie could be working for an organization and they say, well, Charlie, you should really take this person in and do this. Okay, Colin, I'm just going to mute you because there's some background noise there. Okay. Kenny, you want to come in and then we'll check Tom in.
Oh, yeah. I was just more thinking about what's been said there, like Cole was saying as well, that but from another side, some companies that you work for are staunch about the boundaries, you know what I mean? But so if that was taking away the recovery head and recovery, if that was Charlie working for a company and he took that client and he might get any bother for that, no discipline. Do you know what I mean? So that's something that, but you when you've got that recovery head on, you don't that goes right out the fucking window. That goes right out your thinking right away. Usually, it doesn't come. It's not my first thought. My first thought, if my sponsor's in trouble, is that how am I going? What can I do to support this sponsee so that he doesn't use. But I do get that it's important that because that sponsor might come to you, then you have to go to work the next morning, and he's getting up and he's had more bad news, and he starts using, and he's coming back to your house that's got people in there and that are all drinking all day, or hitting up or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it could turn into quite a toxic relationship, and having to put those boundaries down and say, yeah, this is not happening in my house if they did use. So there could be loads of scenarios that you could come from that. Hopefully that he gets he's had a bit of respite, and he goes back to his own house, or he goes back to his family, and doesn't keep putting his hand in the fire, because my experience of coming out of relationships, and it's hard work. I'm working with sponsees who have been in the same sort of scenario where they keep going back to it because they love them. Do you know what I mean? They would take them back because they love them. Doesn't matter if they've been cheated on. It's that security and what they know, and they love them, and they forgive them for it. So it can be really hard, and as a sponsor, and being there myself, and as a sponsor as well, you just need to be there and be supportive as much as you can. But when about counselling and coaching, you've got to remember boundaries. That would be my first priority.
Thanks, Kenny. Tom, do you want to check yourself in, mate? Lovely to see you here.
Tom, checking in. Yeah, I've had a nice day over in Stockton shadowing. So yeah, I was just hopped on because I needed to ask you a little question, and I thought that you might be in your break soon. So
okay, great. We are having a break right now. Do you want to ask the question in the container, or
it's only just mainly you. It's just a bit of admin question.
Okay, all right. So everyone, let's take a break. 7 minutes, is that enough time to make a cup of tea and have a vape and a smoke and all the things that you lot do? I'm waiting for Clarissa to give us the big nod. Yeah, all right, cool. Clarissa says yes. Okay, see you all at 8 minutes past. Okay, Tom, where are you? You've gone
Yes,
now.
I wanted to know what qualifications we get off you.
Oh. In terms of?
Put on a piece of paper that I might need to put that information on.
Okay, so I'll put it in the chat. You'll be a certified recovery coach.
Yep.
Yep. You will be a systemic wellness practitioner.
Yep. Are these level 2s or just passes?
I've no idea in terms of level 2s and that, but certainly the certified recovery coach training is CPD accredited, and it's CPD accredited for psychologists, social workers, existing professionals. So it's going to be dependent on the professional body that person's a part of, to see if they will accept our training at CPD points. Yeah, but the training is, so there you go. Those are the roles, but the training is ISO 17024 accredited. I hope I spelled that. No, I didn't spell that right. Okay, and ISO 17024 is International Standards of Operations, 17024 accredited in terms of coaching.
Right, excellent. Thank you very much. And sorry for crashing you there.
No, that's fine. Are you not sticking around? Are you jumping off?
No, I'm doing something else. Yeah, so time is of the essence.
Okay, no problem. All right.
But yeah, I will be on the thingy supervision next month though again.
Okay, mate. All right.
Thank you very much. Right.
See you later. Bye. You're still there, Tom. Did Tom jump off? Did you jump off, Tom? Or are you still there? Sorry, I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil. You right there, Charlie?
I'm all right. Are you, buddy? How are you?
I'm just waiting for the kettle to boil.
Yeah. Look.
How many people have dropped off?
They may come back on.
Well, Daisy's still here, Clarissa. Okay, all right. So I think there's the clocks are on different time zones between up north and Kent. Okay. There we go. Oh, here comes Tom Chapelhow. All right, let's build the container. I can hear you. Let's start. Harvey, are you okay to build the container? Just get everyone to check in.
Did you say me?
Yeah, if that's all right with you, just give you a bit of practice.
No worries. Yeah, building a container. What's said here stays here. And Kenny, would you like to start, mate?
Is that you getting me back for picking you the last time?
Yeah, pretty much.
My mouthful was full of biscuit there. I was there. I'm in a good place. I feel kind of mischievous, if I'm honest. I was going to get my Celtic cup to put my tea in, but I thought I didn't want Charlie biting, so I thought. But then I thought to myself, don't do his thinking. Just it's up to him whether what he does with it. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, nah, I just got me maybe 50 cup that my mom my sister got me for my birthday not so long ago. So yeah, I'm in a good place. Enjoying the group so far, and I'll hand it over to your call, me mucker. Colin Hughes, Red Colin.
I think Colin's really struggling to hear us. So, Ali, why don't you go next, love? Okay, looks like Ali's struggling to hear.
Ali's in.
Sorry, David, I didn't realise you said my name. Yeah, I'm checking in, feeling much more connected. I really enjoyed what the first half was. And if I was reflecting on my coaching, I realised I just wanted to ask Charlie a whole load of questions and drill down. And I really have to struggle to not do that and just stay present and listen. I could feel myself struggling. Charlie starts speaking and I'm thinking of another 5 questions that I want to ask. And it's really hard not to do that. So that's something I really have to watch. And that's been really useful for me this first half. So I'm going to tag Daisy.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm good. I'm freezing, so I'm just trying to get myself warm. But no, I'm good. I'm excited for the second half. Yeah, so I'm gonna tag Clarissa.
Hi, Daisy.
Hiya.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm feeling great and relaxed and enjoyed the first session. And I will tag. Should we try Colin again? Maybe not. So what about Tony?
Hello, I can get on now.
Oh.
Sorry. Do you want me to go after Tony, Clarissa? Sorry, I was having problems there.
No, you go ahead. Tony can wait.
Sure. Yeah, I've enjoyed that first hour. I think I enjoyed the coaching as well, of looking at the different ways to or certain things that were pointed out, and it's something I've done for a while anyway, but it was really like educational around, especially like with Charlie's example there. I'm similar to Ali. He was going into this story and I was thinking, so I was like in my own head judging what he was doing, thinking, oh, but like then that kind of, my perspective changed on it the longer it went on. Think, put yourself in his place. So the empathy, the non-judgmental, and a lot of these things that I've done myself and the situations I've been in, I have had like a letter in the post and a warning of it's going to happen. It like happens on, it's like reactive. It happens that like there and then. So as well, I noticed as well a lot of the different perspectives and a lot of things I didn't see in there myself, and things are noticed and pointed out by others. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it.
Tony, over to you, mate.
Yeah, I've enjoyed my break. I've come back feeling a little cooler. This room we're in is like the hottest room on the south coast. I'm convinced of it.
It's because I'm in it.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first session. It's interesting. It makes you think, like with the sort of coaching compared to like being like for work, for instance. Like you wouldn't, if you've got a client, you wouldn't dream of taking a client home with you, would you? But in the coaching, like the boundaries and the borders of what you can work within can change, and you can sort of adapt. Well, yeah, interesting stuff. Yeah, go on, Al.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit kind of, my brain's not really in it today. I'm really struggling to kind of concentrate on anything, but I could kind of really relate to, I'm in a similar situation with a friend that I'm kind of not really kind of, don't know, going into kind of rescuing mode, but it kind of affects me as well. So I'm just kind of, yeah, don't know what I'm trying to say, but I feel kind of that empathy for someone else that's in pain, and it's really difficult not to want to kind of help more and more, if that makes sense. Oh, I need to pick someone. We've all been, David Collins.
Yeah, well, let's tag Tom. Are you there, Tom?
Oh, I didn't see Tom. Sorry, he's not there.
No, it's okay. His video's off.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm really sorry. I'm not sure what's happening with the camera. I'm trying to fix it. But from the first half of the session, I really took away a lot of the stuff I've learned about active listening and understanding how people's values and emotions come across when they're speaking. So going back to like Charlie's scenario at the beginning, you could kind of almost hear his emotion and how he felt. And as the container allowed him to come to the realizations that he did, you could see that he was a lot more reflective and relaxed in understanding how his values aligned to what he'd done, so he could rationalize it for himself.
Such wise words, Tom. Fuck, I'm humbled, mate. Yeah, even Kenny's clapping. Wow. So, yeah, I check in. I always have a bit of anxiety. I always think like, fuck, I'm wasting people's time, that this isn't adding any value. And I have my own self-centered anxiety dialogue going off in my head at the same time. Yeah, so just going down that route, you guys need to do 10 2-hour classes, yep, or 21-hour classes, and then you get certified. So Tom wanted to, the other Tom just wanted some clarity about where he is in his certification and what's going on. Yeah, so we're not going to police you, but you must do the time. And this time is quite unstructured. So we create the container and then we see what's there, and hopefully we learn from it. And it sounds like you guys have learned something and it has been sort of helpful. Yeah. So that settles my anxiety a little bit. Harvey, where should we take the container now, Mike?
Does anyone have any pressing issues that they would like to speak about? Could be with like work, or if you're
Okay.
comfortable sharing something in your personal life. Like, is there anything
So,
that someone?
so Harvey, that's a fantastic question. Yep. Do you have something pressing? And we could also go, is there something that you'd like to celebrate? So Colin, I just remember Colin said in the beginning he was having a hard time or something when things were difficult, and then he had a group session with someone that made him go, "Oh fuck, I remember why I do this work and I love it." So let's also just be cautious about always looking for a fucking issue when actually we can also actually look for the celebrations at time as time as well.
Okay. Do you know what? I've never thought of it like that. I've always thought as like coaching being trying to address
Drama,
problems.
drama,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So does anyone have anything that they would like to, any pressing issues, or does anyone have anything that they would also like to celebrate?
Right.
Yeah,
I would actually.
if
Oh,
you like, Harvey, I would.
You would.
Come on, Daisy, all right?
no,
Yeah,
you can go.
No. Let's go with you, Daisy, because Colin's sound's coming in and out.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll go with you, and then we'll try Colin again, and we'll switch off his video. But let's go with you, Daisy.
So last week I've taken over an online forum group for Raw, and so it was kind of good and bad last week. So it was 8 o'clock. No one showed up. Literally no one. And I was waiting till about 10 past, and then I thought, all right, I'll close this off. It's, no one's come, whatever. And then probably about 8 minutes past, one person showed up, and I thought, okay, we'll have a quick chat, and then it will, I will close off the meeting, and maybe we'll rethink this Thursday night meeting. But actually, they really needed it. They really needed someone to talk to. And I think I was really able to support them in the way that they needed at that time. I gave them the space to kind of explore how they were feeling and what they were going through. I shared some of my experience, which really helped them. And it was quite a heavy topic for me, what we were talking about. I won't go into any details because that's private for them. But I came off the meeting, and just before the meeting, they expressed how thankful they were for having the time and the space to talk to me and to hear my experience of what they're going through at the moment. And although it was hard for me to deal with those topics, I felt proud of myself for being able to explore that with them and giving them that time. So yeah, that kind of made me realize, actually, this is worth it. This is worth the time and effort that I'm putting in to see how thankful they were and how that really helped them to kind of move forward in the process of like healing. So yeah. And it's the first time I felt, I don't know, I like accomplished. Like I felt like I did a good job, and I could recognize that I did a good job, because a lot of the times when we have these meetings and stuff, sometimes they go off topic, sometimes they go badly. And it was, I think, the first time where I was like, actually, I did exactly what I needed to do, and I did that well.
Fucking bully for you, love. Good for you. Hey, that just fills me with like, oh yeah. Okay. Does anyone want to add anything to what Daisy said?
I think sometimes in the work that we do, we can get bogged down with things and feel like we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. There can certainly be like a sense of control for other people's lives. You know, you want to see people get well, of course, but I was just wondering, like, the feelings that you feel now, Daisy, how will you carry this into the future to ensure that you keep yourself motivated to continue doing the good work that you're doing?
I think it's kind of boosted my confidence in myself and my ability to do these things, because at some points, like I haven't worked properly in 5.5 years, like pretty much 5 years, and sometimes I get to the point where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, you know, I'm faking it until I make it, and that's all well and good, but you know, sometimes I'm insecure in whether I am doing a good job, and that just kind of proved, you know what, actually you do know what you're doing, you can do it. So I think it's just made me more confident in putting myself out there to try and help other people and keep doing this stuff. So yeah.
That's good. I'm glad that you come to that. Like, it sounds like a profound realization that you've come to, that you are capable.
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking, like, what was going on before in order for you to think that you was incapable of this?
I don't know. I think it's always just been a part of me. It's that I'm not good enough kind of mentality, isn't it? That, you know, a lot of addicts have. And I think when I got sober, I was so scared of doing anything that might jeopardize that. So I stayed in my little comfort zone for ages and ages. And, you know, I've got mental health issues, and I just thought, you know, I was in my little bubble, all safe and sound, and I thought, if I try too hard or make myself too anxious or whatever, then my little bubble is going to pop and I'm going to, you know, explode and relapse and blah 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 blah. But that's not the case. I mean, this last year I've done so much growth of putting myself out of my comfort zone, and this was just like one instance that kind of proved it is worth getting out of my comfort zone, you know.
Absolutely. I'm really happy for you.
Thanks.
I just wanted to say, I just wanted to champion you and say well done. And I think you're doing amazing. Like everything that you're doing behind the scenes, as well as doing kind of on the meetings and stuff. I think you, like you say, I've seen you kind of grow from the moment that I've met you. I know I don't really see that you very often, but I think you're doing amazing, and you should be very proud of yourself.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, Colin, let's try you. I'm going to switch your video off, Colin, just so to save bandwidth. See how that goes, all right?
Yeah. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours is like a situation of we've got like a small group of residential guys in rehab at different stages. We've got a new team, all like new in and come from different areas. So lots of different levels of training and new people, and lots of different sensitivities and situations coming together in a time where we've just moved to a new building. It's coming up to Christmas, and a lot of the guys have got getting ready to leave, so they're in the final stages of the secondary that they're in. So we've been trying to maintain a level of like structure and trying to keep things consistent and try and hold the space and be accountable to each other and try and bring in more positive kind of behaviors around each other, us as kind of coaches and them as residents, and to bring that unity. And I remember something that was said on the training that we've just done about the answer always lies in the container. And we kind of got somewhere today with the way that we were doing it consistently. Everyone tries to, I try to encourage to bring your authentic self. That there's no right or wrong, just become honest in it. And we're going to try and work in that overlap area of me, you, and then that us. We're going to try and bring the culture of recovery into that, and maybe we can find a solution. Maybe we can move on. Maybe we can kind of do it a little bit differently. Maybe we can help you with that. Maybe because and we've been doing that for like a couple of days consistently, and we've had like a breakthrough. And truthfully, it's been really hard on all of us. And I was starting to lose my faith in it, and I was starting to, because I wasn't seeing any kind of or obvious improvements until this final content that we've come in, we've checked in, the tension, the frustration was there. Everyone felt really similar because we all gone this. I felt like it seemed we all still in the same spot 3 days later. We're not kind of getting nowhere. And then out of like nowhere, everyone just started to go, I'm sorry for this, and I'm going to try and do this. And it was like a domino effect of, say, 7, 8 people that all put an input in that then led a serenity prayer at the end and an embrace and tears. And I was like, wow, this is why, Col. And it come at a time when I was truthfully, and I've had a lot of this stuff in this transition, what we've been doing, and getting trained here in online courses, and it's going to be CQC inspections and loads of stuff that's new to me. I've just moved to this area. I've just moved in with my girlfriend. So I've been in my own personal life, a lot of new things that's caused me a lot of fear, anxiety, uncertainty in a place that felt exactly the same. And I think I brought that to work in terms of going, I get what you're going through because I'm going through it too. I'm going through it in here. I'm not disputing what you're saying. So it was that, I think, acknowledgement and like empathy of that, and that being like transparent. And we've all started to kind of do that to the point where now, that kind of, it was so powerful to do that. And it was through what I've brought into this, where I am myself, and things that I've picked up and I watched and I've tried to ask better questions. But sometimes the less is more, as in the listening first, looking for where the problem might lie, and then the action around that, and just certain things. And we've had like a lot of one-to-ones that have been going on behind the stuff in a container as a group, that we've tried to use like the same framework of accountability, of about all like that kind of stuff, and just trying to, what can I do to help you? What can we do to help you? And we've been doing that, which then we've been actioning that and helping the guys action that to the point where it's took probably 3-4 days for something that was in the making a couple of days ago, that was at like boiling point, that it hasn't been able, because we would, I think, probably as well trying to fix something that we couldn't fix. It was going to work itself out if everybody put in what they were putting in over time. And that's kind of how it went. But it was such a release, and just to see, because I understand what that's like at that stage myself as well. It's absolutely really hard work to try and, because for me to be able to go, me at math coming on 6 years, and these guys are in the first 6 weeks. It's the gulf in between is really big. But we've tried to do that, and that's all the different coaches, all the different perspectives, all the circumstances, and we kind of got to like a place today that was on a similar page with a similar purpose, regardless of our differences. Yeah, it's been one of them moments that made me go, this is why you do what you do, Col. Yeah, it was really, really special.
That's wonderful, Colin. I so relate. At times I just think, what's the fucking point? Banging on, banging on, banging on, banging on the stigma, the nose, the why, the on a, and then these little things happen like that, and it's a real, oh, this is why we do it, or this is why I do it. Okay. So Harvey, listen, ask Charlie a question because he's starting to yawn and get tired.
Charlie, have you gone gym today?
You what?
Charlie, have you gone gym today?
Oh,
It's a close question, Harvey.
Have you gone?
Have I gone to the gym?
Yeah.
I certainly did. I was in there training legs, brother. My
Nice.
absolute favourite.
What does a leg day look like for you?
I can tell you more what it feels like than what it looks like, brother.
Oh mate, do you know what? You don't have to because I know what it feels like. It's not fun. Hate it.
We're talking about physical and mental health. Physical health keeps my mental health at bay, Harvey. More so in recovery. Just it's like breathing. That I'm in physical health and being in the gym, and it's more like a decompressor when I've got my stuff going on in my life, and I can go in there and I can just decompress. And it seems to be when I'm feeling like, but when I'm in there, I can just let go of whatever's happening in my life. And I find the gym extremely therapeutic. I also don't train with headphones on, earphones on, and I do that for a reason, Harvey, man. I do that so that I become approachable. I'll only wear headphones if I'm going into a really hard session in the gym. If I know I'm going for PBs, I'll put on thumping rave music with heavy bass. But I really don't want to wear my headphones because I do like to chat to others, man, about me, man, and stuff, and I like to become unapproachable. A young lad, he came up to me the other day. He was 26. He's a gym instructor, and was speaking to me, man, and stuff. So I found all that stuff, and I had the chance to speak to him about my meditation in the gym. He was 26, so I think because I am a very approachable in the gym, I have these really fantastic conversations with man, people who I wouldn't have conversations with. I mean, this lad was only 26. It didn't help that he was calling me an old guy, mind you, but I let him off with that.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Harvey.
No worries. I think you know, with the self-awareness that you develop through whatever program that you work in recovery, there's some sort of self-awareness that comes with it, right? And you know, you do come to realize that like the mind, body, and spirit are like they're all separate, but they're definitely linked. And if you're feeling a bit depressed, then your spirit is affected. But if you feel physically ill, then your mind and your spirit is affected. And you know, they all feed into each other. And one of the things that like we have to do is to look after all three of them.
Completely agree with you, bro. Wise words, mate. Wise words.
All right, guys, I'm going to come in here. Yep. Thanks for holding that, Harvey. I just want to get into do some logistics. We've launched a new app. Yep. Which you guys are a part of, and it's where the training material is and everything. First of all, do you guys want to be part of the app? Yeah. So
Yes,
please
please.
just type your email addresses in the chat now, and then I'll add you to it.
I've been trying to log in, David. It's not working.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So send me an email at david@davidcollinscoaching.com.
Okay.
David, you'll be pleased to know the videos work really well now.
Yes, I've moved you over. Yeah. And thanks for that feedback. You'll see it's a lot easier than it used to be. We got everything in one platform, and then we've got the Leros, all of you in your Leros in your own little groups. Yep. And okay, so
What's
let's
the?
let's
Do you
let's go.
download it on Play Store? Do you
Yeah, from
download the app?
yeah.
What's it
So
called?
Mauni, Mauni. So let me just add Daisy. Okay.
Ali, how are you getting on with it all, Ali?
You asking me, Charlie?
Yeah. Hey, you doing the recovery coach and stuff? How are you getting on
Yeah,
with it all?
I'm finding it really useful, incredibly useful. It's conversations keep coming up about the thing that I'm happen to be doing, like the continuum and module 3 kept coming up today because of an issue in the rehab, and I'm finding it really useful. And I managed to do the first finish the first 2 modules, so I've only got 2 more to do. It's so useful.
Sorry, I didn't realise.
That was a hell of a yawn there, Clarissa. Clarissa, have you put your email address in the chat?
I have, yeah.
Where is it?
Oh, did I send it to?
It's below, under mine. I mean, above mine.
Let me do it again.
I only see Daisy. I see Daisy, Colin, Tom, Kenny, Colin, all from Recovery Connections. There's
There you go.
Clarissa. Okay. Tony and Ella, you want to put your emails in there?
So you just. How do you spell the app name? M-A-U.
M-A-U-N-I.
N-I. For Noddy.
M-A-U-N. N for Nigerian. Okay.
Can you see it?
What does it look like?
Let's have a look. Yes, the top one there, Maoni app by SpeakApp.
Good morning.
What's your one?
So I got Devil Anthony. Is that
David.
right?
David.
Yes.
Is this available on the iPhone? Because I know you said it was coming out
Yes,
on
it
the
is.
Right,
It's on the iPhone now as well.
Cool.
So just check the iPhone now.
Yeah.
So your raw and community of practice. Now, if you open the app, and you should see something called journals.
David, is it the Mauni app by SpeakApp?
There you go. Well done.
Cool.
Okay, let's see. Who am I adding now? Okay, Ella, you're coming through now?
I'm trying to download it, yeah.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. Hang on.
But it's not.
Hang on.
I don't know what my Apple ID password is.
Oh, well, that I can't help you with.
Oh.
Okay, so there you go, Ella. Right, now let's have a look at the Recovery Connections people. Harvey, have you got the app, Harvey?
Yeah, but it asked me to log in and I don't have a login, so.
Okay, hang on 1 second.
Yeah, I'm at the same stage, David. What do I
All right,
use for?
1 second, 1 second. This is the boring part of the training, but we'll get there. Colin, you're there, yes? You're already
Yeah,
on the
I've
app.
got what I'm on the app and it asks for an email address.
Yeah, no, I was talking about other Colin, sorry.
Sorry.
In that before press enter.
All right, try now. Check your emails now. Okay, who else do I need? Ali, you're on, yes. Kenny, are you on?
I've got the email. Do you want me to join it?
Please, if you don't mind. Tom, are you on? Can't hear you, Tom.
Yeah, I'm trying now, David.
No, you're not Tom.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to get the app to download, that's all. Got a
Okay.
bit bad connection here.
No problem. No problem. All right. And now there are some other groups there, like the trauma group, which is called Aware. There's a lot of interesting information there. If you want to join it, just open it and then just go ask to join. Let's see who's just joined. Okay, Charlie's there for Aware. Nikki has done something else. Okay, that was. And please bear with us. There are a couple of bugs, but we are getting there. And the whole idea is this builds a community for all of us that have that work in similar areas. Groups, let's see. Private, public. Okay, hang on.
Is your username your email address, David?
Yes.
David, I know Vicky and Claire aren't here today, but are you able to send them a link? Because when I showed them it, they didn't really recognise it, and I don't think they knew what to do with it.
All right, Seb, just contact me on the app with the details.
Okay.
Yep, and then I'll do that.
David, am I meant to have received an email?
I hope so.
I haven't. On the Recovery Connections email?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, give me 1 second.
It's gone to your phone call, maybe because it's gone to your phone, mate.
No, I'm on the computer now, Kenny. The phone's next to me.
Okay. Let's just have a quick look.
Oh, look at that, sorted.
Let's have a quickie. So, people. What was your email address, Colin?
Colin.hughes@recoveryconnections.org.uk.
Okay.
I've just found something in the spam there. David, is that it there? Can you see on my camera?
Does it say from speaker? Where are you? Your camera's off.
I know you.
See,
I can't. I don't think I can turn it back on. You turned it off.
Oh, okay. Let me. So I got a Cole Hughes, 198011. That's a Gmail address.
Yeah. Can you do the other Recovery Connections one that I've put further down? I'll give you the wrong one. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Where's your further one down? There we go. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second. All right, listen, if you're on the app and you want to check out, you're welcome to.
I'm on it. Got it, yeah.
My name's Charlie and I'm checking out tired. Bye.
All right, Charlie, you check out now.
Yeah, I'm checking out, feeling absolutely super relieved that I brought that first part to the container. Thanks everyone for what they said. It really helped decombobulate myself.
What does that even actually mean, man?
I'm glad that was helpful, Charlie.
Shut up, Kenny.
What does that mean, man? Go on and no do that. Go on and no do that.
Cool. All right.
And I'm picking Harvey.
Yeah, half checking out. I feel really thankful for today's session. Thanks, guys. Yeah, looking forward to getting some stuff from my personal life sorted out now. So yeah, thank you. David, am I okay to go now? Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that's fine. Just tag someone.
I tag Clarissa.
I'm intrigued to log on in a minute because it's just downloaded the app. Really good session today. Really enjoyed it. And look forward to the next one. I tag Daisy.
Thanks. Yeah, it's good to be here. I've downloaded the app, but I've forgotten my password. So, it said it's sending me an email, but I haven't had that yet. So we'll see how I get on with that. I'm gonna tag Tony and Ella.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Enjoyed today. Yeah, that's it really. The app looks good. I've just had a look around. It looks like everything's in one place. I like that, so I can get on with some of the work. Cheers. Go on now.
Yeah, I'm feeling good, thank you. I enjoyed the session, and yeah, it's been nice to be here. I tag, who ain't been? Ali?
Thanks, Ella. I'm checking out, feeling tired, cold. This room is freezing. A bit sensory overwhelmed because there's a lot of people around these rooms that are really loud. But I really enjoyed the session. I really get a lot from watching my brain do this. And I see what I need to do, what I don't do well, bits of it anyway. I'm becoming more aware of that. And yeah, that's really useful. So I'm checking out feeling, what's the word? God, I don't have a word. I don't have a word. I'm going to tag, who's not been? Colin, I'm going to tag Red Colin.
Thank you, Ellie. Yeah, thank you, guys. I've enjoyed all the session, the listening, and what we were kind of talking about and stuff. And I've got the app on there, so I hope I'll be able to get on there. And is it 2 o'clock, 2 till 4 every Thursday? This, David,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, and if you guys want to attend on a Tuesday morning, 10 till 12, you're welcome to do that as well.
David, do we mount the hours up ourselves, or do you do that, or does it do that?
So this is going to be a trust process.
Yeah.
Yep. So you're going to say when you've done 20 hours or you've attended 10 of these. And then what we'll do also is we need to get feedback from your manager, whether they think you're good enough to go. That's the agreement we got with Recovery Connections. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll most probably do something similar with Raw.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
As Ella puts her hand in her head and goes, "What the fuck? Oh my God."
Is there anyone left that I need to tag, David? Because I can only see you, Charlie.
So I thought, Harvey, you were going to jump off.
Daisy, and Bean.
I thought it was 4 o'clock. Sorry, I didn't know I'd done another 10 minutes. So.
Oh, okay. Well, you can jump off now. Kenny, did you go?
Well, I'm just checking and hoping to be on next week. So just depend. I'm going to put in my diary. We can't to try and get on them as many as I can, but it'll just be relying on where I'm at with appointments and putting my face out there in the community. And so I'm going to try and get on as many. I will complete it, but whether I can do it consecutively week after week, it'll be another matter. I can't say that yes or no, know what I mean? But I will try my best to get it done as soon as I can. But in a good place. Enjoyed this afternoon. Nice meeting new people from Raw, from Kent and stuff like that. Nice meeting you and hope we see you again. And it's always good to see Davey and me and my bestie Rangers fan there, Charlie boy.
There's such love between these two heathens. It's amazing.
This one's for you, Charlie, Paul.
Sorry, Ali. Was did that impact you? You should have been at the container with the two of them. They were hugging each other in the middle of the room.
Rangers fans, get in.
Hey!
Yes.
No, Kenny's not a Rangers fan.
Later. See you later.
Okay, so anyone that wants to stick around and try and get the app to work, you're welcome to. Everyone else, you can jump off.
Love you, Kenny. Take care, guys. Take care.
Thanks, David. Bye.
Bye, bro.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so Daisy, let's go. Is that email address correct in the? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's the right email.
All right.
I've
So
just checked because I've got all the other emails from you and stuff from that address, and I'm pretty sure I log in online with that address.
So let's have a quick look. All right, I'm just going to say resend invitation via email. Okay. Did you just get an invitation?
Yep.
Okay. And what does it say?
It just says join now, but I click join now.
Okay.
And then it brings me online rather than to an app.
Okay, and if you open the app? Okay, I'm going to put in a password for you, and let's see if I can create your profile. Does that work for you?
Yeah, it's asking me to set up an account. Do I have to set up an account? But I already have one, don't I?
Okay, let me try. Let me try. Incorrect email address or password. Okay. So do you want to, are you on a computer or a phone?
Well, I can't hear you.
Are you on a computer or a phone?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I muted you by accident.
Oh, that's all right. Are you on a computer or a phone?
I'm on a phone. Should I try on my laptop instead?
Have you got your laptop with you?
I've got one down there. I can do this later. And
Are you sure?
Yeah, because if I have any issues, I'll message you, or we'll catch up about it next week.
Okay, love.
Yeah. I'll try and sort it out. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Let me just try one. Oh, it just said, let's just have one last look. Oh, no, it won't. All right, you let me know. All right.
All right, I'll have a play with it. I'm sure I'll sort it out.
Okay, love.
All right, have a good week.
Later, bye.
Bye.